Yes. So good afternoon, guys. So we'll continue from here, JavaScript. So before, like Python, Java, we can able to configure JavaScript also using Node.js. We can able to make it. Actually, we no need to configure JavaScript if you are attaching with HTML. If you are attaching with HTML, browser can able to analyze JavaScript. You know that. But still, if you want to run JavaScript standalone, then you need to install Node.js, which is JavaScript runtime. Okay. Node.js, it's directly the title. JavaScript runtime. You can download LTS, which is latest stable version. You should not go to the latest version. Make as latest stable version, which is stable. So which is not having any errors or bugs in that particular version. So you can download and install it. Once you download and install it, it's a normal next. That is completed. Then you can use Control J to open command prompt, which is a terminal. So now whatever you write. So now in JavaScript, if you want to store something in like Python or in Java or in C Sharp or even C++, we have int a equal to 5 some kind of, so that we can create a variable and we can use it. But in Java, we have a keyword called var. JavaScript is dynamically typed. It will automatically take the value as a type, whatever you given. For example, I can give a as 5. In the next line, I will give a as region. So now it will accept each and everything. Now number is overridden by the string. It will automatically take it up. Before that also I want to print. Now in order to print something in JavaScript, we have console.log, you already know. So in Java, other languages, we have print, printf, println, we have many things. The same way we have console.log, which is printing on the console, which we already seen yesterday. So now how to run this? Using node space file name dot JS, it will run it. You got it? If you want to make it standalone running till you use something to attach to HTML, you can run is at a standalone. Otherwise, you can create HTML as some HTML file and we can attach it using script tag or link tag also. So I will make script tag, which is very easy to maintain. So close this now. Refactor it, and inside script, I'll make as src sample.js. Now inside body, I will put some hello world. I will go live. So we can attach it easily. You see the value now. Region and file. We got it. So we can attach it directly in HTML. So browser will able to execute it. Otherwise, you can use runtime. We'll use runtime for some 2-3 modules so that we can practice faster. Otherwise, I no need to go to browser and come back. So this will take my time or your time also. So we'll run here itself, right? So that we can see the output in command. Otherwise, I need to go to browser, open console, again come back again. So this will be a lot of time. So till we learn some concepts, we'll start with here. Using var. So a variable is nothing but a container where some value will be stored so that we can call it back and we can reuse it and modify it. That's it. So means you are logging into PhonePe, Google Pay, LMS, your email ID and password should be saved somewhere. That because of some variable, I can put as email ID, email ID as gmail.com. Right? I create a new email for you. Okay. So Srijan Guvala Reddy Kumar everything.com. So now I can use it. You got it? I can use it. Now there is no A. See, it's not showing an error because it's runtime. So basically, it's not compile time. It's runtime. It can able to identify everything. Even data type also, it's not compile time. Compile time, you can give everything. So runtime, it will accept. So that is how it will work basically. See again, I created A. I am using A without anything. So that is not strict at all. If I use strict here, then it will make some strict, strict guidelines. See, I'm using strict now. Using strict, that is the use of use strict in JavaScript. You see use strict mode. So if I use strict, it will not able to work like this. Even though without declaring, A is declaring without where also. This strictness, when we put use strict, then it will work. You got it on the top. Again, it will not work if you put in the bottom of the page. You need to put on the top of the page. That is the help of use strict. If you're using strict means definitely it will not able to, it will follow the guidelines. So I need to create variable with where, let or const, 3 keywords only. I will tell you when time comes what is the difference between where, let and const. Let it be. Let it put it separate. Okay. Otherwise, it will able to work as it is. But that should not happen, right? That is why use strict came into the picture. So the next thing, defining variables using the variables. Variable naming conventions, types of variables, arrays, and objects. So variable naming conventions, I will tell you. So basically, for example, you want to store name. Then it is name because it's one key only. So I can make name equal to Srijan. Again, create using some variable. Otherwise, it will be like this. So now I need to create as course ID, course name, student name, father's name, mother name. Here now check there are two words are combining. How we need to give the naming standard? It will be like student's name equal to Srijan. So now tell me here, this will call as camel case because it is straightforward now, but it will be like this, like camel, how it will be having on the top. The same way it will be like, it will be camel case. Every programming language will follow the camel case only for the variables functions. Function name will be like same variable. Even if you're using Java means you might know already. Because if you have touch in Java also, in Java also it is in camel case only. In Python also, it will be, if two words are joining as a variable, it will be in camel case. Again, you should not put plus, minus, 0, 1, plus, minus and all, which are operators. Operators will work on two variables or two values, right? So you should not give something. Otherwise, student minus name will be happening. It will try to interpret like that. అలా అర్థం చేసుకుంటా దాని ఇంటర్ప్రిటేషన్ అంటాం, right? How you interpret that. The same way Muni will not, like Vamsi will not interpret that. So the same way it will do that, right? So it should not have has some kind of no extra characters. It will allow only 1, 2, 3 and underscore. This is the naming standard in any programming language. If you apply operators, it will do expression evaluation. If you do students 1, 2 plus name, it will try to add student 1, 2 plus name. It will not happen. Definitely it is wrong. It will say an error. Student 2 is not a valid value. Name is not a valid value to add. So that is how naming convention will be. Anything you can take, if you are joining 2, 3, some batch course name, I can say where batch CYURC course. Again, name will be capital N only. Only the first letter of the first word will be only small. Otherwise, all the words which are joining each other will be having first letter as the capital. Then only it will get that batch course name as Web 6 or JFS 6 or PFS 6 or DFS 6. .NET full stack, Python full stack, Java full stack. We can able to get it. And we can able to print each and everything side by side using plus or comma. Batch course name plus, and I can give some space, again plus, again I can give name, again plus, again I can use to underscore student name, again plus. This will call as concatenating. Putting side by side, that will call as strings. Name is deprecated. Just put name 1. So this is applying side by side. Student name, both are same. So we can apply side by side. We can print as it is, whatever it may be in the same line using plus, which is concatenating, adding side by side. That's it. So types of variables we have. So basically we have data types here now. For example, if you want to store number, that will be 1, 2 or 3, that will be type of number. If I'm storing 2.5, which is decimal, or That is also a number, right? In JavaScript, it is number, not a float. In Java, it is float. Now again, if you want to true or false, it will be in computer zeros and ones, but in programmatically it is Boolean. Again, you have arrays, right? It means more than one value. Here, till this point, we will call as primitive types, primitive data types, right? And we have objects. You know, JavaScript is object based, object not object oriented. It's not object oriented, it is object based. It is not having classes, objects, constructors, nothing. But it will work on object references, which will have prototypes. So arrays is also an object. I will show you that, okay? Array is also an object. Object, normally object will be like this with the curly braces. Inside that, whatever you write. For example, this object is nothing but a course object. That course object will have course name, course ID, students list as an array. Everything will have. This is an object. You got it? This is an object. Again, more than one value. Array is also an object in JavaScript. How to find out all this? Just apply some console.log of type of one. We have type of operator, type of one, console.log of type of region. You will not get as human, but that is a name. Console.log type of true. Again, console.log type of null. Let's check type of null. Again, console.log type of undefined. Undefined is also a data type. Type of, sorry, console.log type of square braces. Actually, that is an array. You know, array syntax, right? In any programming language. Type of curly braces. Again, now I will put here type of braces. Again, I will apply type of one. Now, what is the type of one's region? So type of one is number. It will print number, right? Now, what is the type of region? String actually. So it's a combination of characters. It will evaluate as a string. What is type of true? Joshna, Boolean. What is type of null? Object. Because objects will have null values. Numbers will have none value as a zero. If you are not giving any value, it will consider as a zero. Again, booleans also will consider as false if you're not giving value. Undefined. Undefined only. Undefined is a type actually. That you can understand slow and steadily in JavaScript. Undefined is there in JavaScript. JavaScript specialized thing. Undefined. You'll get. This is the type of array or no object. This is also an object. This is what? Now tell me, Nagu, what is the type of object? You can easily understand one by one. Just apply type of object. Apply type of this. What is the value of this? Nagu. Then what is the type of object? No, it printed already as a string. You got me point, right? It already printed type of square braces an object in single quotes. What is the type of single quotes? Definitely is as a string. You got it, you got my point. So whatever any type you put type of, it will be string only because the data type it will be mentioning in single quotes means it will be string only. Whatever you put type of n number of times you will put, it will get string only. You got it? Just execute the same. You got me? Starting from number, string, boolean, object, undefined, again object, again object, again object, string. So this object will be type of string now because we have string, right? Last one is also string because type of one is number, Again, type of number is string. So these are the tricky questions will be in interview also. Directly they will ask, they will give some 5 to 6 seconds. If you are not answering, again they will go to next question, right? So that is how it will be. You got till here? Using type of strict mode, finding object of a class. So basically, it is with respect to the classes and objects, but you can get it by, I will tell you. Go there. I will create a variable a name equal to Rajesh. So now you see undefined. So if you are declaring something, it is allocated with some memory space. At the time, it is undefined. Whenever you are assigning some value, then it is having some value as a string now. So that is nothing but undefined. Before assigning the value, it will be undefined, means value is undefined. Whenever you assign that value, then you will have the type of as name. You got it? So now I will get as name dot constructor dot name, it's string. So we'll get the constructor object. I already told you there is no classes and objects, but it works on objects only. It's object references. So that is why it's having inbuilt constructor, because we'll get that as an object reference. So everything will work on reference in JavaScript. So that's why we'll have inbuilt constructor. What is the constructor name here? It is a string, because that is the data type is a string, right? That is why it's string. You got it? Now you just put type of name. It's string. So there is a difference between name and name data type. So if you see constructor dot name, it will get as the object type. If you get the normal name, it will get the primitive type. You got it? So that is what boxing, when in Java, if you are trying to convert primitive to non-primitive, which is objects, then it will become as boxing. Again, if you come back from objects to primitive types, that will be unboxing. So the same, now we find out the object reference of the name, which will be using constructor.name, which will be, object reference. Normal primitive type, it will be normal string. So that is the difference also. For every variable, we can get it. For example, I can have where age equal to 5. Right. So now just put type of age. Number again. Now I want to put it. I don't know, I didn't try it for number, but just try. It's number, it's primitive type, it's an object type equivalent to. Now I want to add 123 plus SAGAR. I can add it, right? I can add it. Let's see. I can add it. I will get as 123 Sagar. You got it? Now I want to see if I convert number of, okay, let it be. I want to clear it. Clear. So now I have 123 in string. You know this is a string because it's in double quotes or single quotes. Double quotes and single quotes both are equal in JavaScript. Remember it. First of all, single quotes in Java you have character, but JavaScript will be equivalent in single quotes and double quotes. Remember always. So now I want to convert. So just put type of 123. What is the type of 123? It is string. I want to convert it into number. Then only I will do addition operation. Otherwise, I can't add it, right? If I want to add it 123 plus 3, definitely it will become as string concatenation. It will add side by side. I want to convert into number first. I need to convert using integer. Basically, in JavaScript is having just put as parse int of. I want to parse it to integer. Parse int of 1, 2, 3. Now tell me it will convert to int. Means it will convert to the number now. But if that particular number is having some characters like this one, now tell me how it will convert. It will convert only the required one, otherwise it will omit. Now again, I will have something here. Again, I will have something here. It will omit wherever it comes. Again, I have something here. Let it be. Yeah. Now tell me it's none. Means first character is nothing but not a number. Means it will say it's not a number. You got it? If you are trying to convert a string into number, that string should have only digits so that it convert into number. If it is having characters as a first character only, then it will say it's not a number. What is the type of not a number? What is the type of not a number? It's a number only because basically it's a number, but you are converting at the time it's got mistake because of some character. That is the original type is number only. NaN is not a number. While converting the string number into normal number, then it can't able to convert. Huh? Then not a number will come. అంతే కదా రామ్? Yes. Function and object class, I will tell you. What is the function? Basically, you know, anyone practice Java in college days, or anyone practice Python? You already practice C, right? In C, you have function. Function is what? Nagu? Srijan is telling. Yeah. What is function, Srijan? Can you tell me, please? Huh? Pass. Josna. A function is a set of rules or set of statements or set of some lines of code where it will do some work. I want to create a function to add some numbers. You have calculator. So you are adding 2 plus 3 again equal to will become 5. Again for 5, again you add something, which is 2. Again it will become 7. So if you create one function for addition of 2 numbers, every time when you are adding, the previous result will be added with the next number. So it is fine. You can create a function of adding of 2 numbers once that will take care of all other calculations for addition operations. In JavaScript, I can create a function using function keyword as add2. It will take first value as input a comma b. It is not I need to define a comma b. I can create s comma x also. I can do anything. And I need to return the addition value of that. After evaluating the expression, I need to return. I need to use return keyword. I need to send s plus x. Then it will be returned. Otherwise, I need to store in some variable where result equal to s plus x. Again, I can send that particular result variable. These 2 ways I can do. If we can able to do in the same line, we can put s plus x after return. So the evaluated result will be directly sent. Without storing into any variable, this value will be sent directly. If you are storing in a variable, that variable reference will be sent back using return keyword. You got it? This is the function. Now call this function. Add 2 of 1 comma 3. 1 comma 2 I given, right? 1 comma 4. Yes, 1 comma 4 is 5. So that is how it will be. So now we got this function. Just to copy this. So now I want to execute line by line with our naked eye. Now that is what debugging. So we can able to understand what is happening. Then you'll just put debugger. But you cannot debug here. Only browser can able to debug. We already got this. Because we are running on a browser. We are not running on Node.js. So sample.js is already attached with browser. Now open this browser. It's very important. Upcoming days, you will be doing this way for development purpose. Debugger passed. Why? Because we put debugger here. Means it will stop there for your input. Means I want to play it. It will execute. If you want to go to next line, it is the next function. Next line. Next, it will go to the next line. Since we are inside the function, if we go outside of arrow, means it will go outside of the function and it will come here. Again, if we are at here, I will put outside of the function. I'll just click it. Again, I will refresh the page so you can see the difference. This one, right? So now tell me we are here. I just put debugger here. That's why pointer will come. If debugger is not there here, if I want to go inside of this function, right? Then I need to go this one, this arrow, step into the next function. It will go inside of the function. So it will come here again. So now see here, we have S1, X4 because the local scope. Local scope is the memory scope for this particular function. This is the next concept might be, but I just want to show you how the pointer will work. This you no need to remember local, global scope and all. Just put it aside. In upcoming days, we can learn. Not upcoming means upcoming session. Not it's not about days. It's about hours. So S is 1, X is 4. Again, just go. Now result is declared, right? Result is 5. Again, we are returning that result. Whenever this function is executed, this will be erased because anything that is declared inside the braces that will be erased outside of the braces. ఆ లోపల ఏదైతే క్రియేట్ చేస్తారో ఆ ఫంక్షన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిన తర్వాత దట్ విల్ బి అరేస్డ్, మెమరీ విల్ బి ఫ్రీడ్ అప్. దట్ విల్ కాల్ యాస్ గార్బేజ్ కలెక్షన్. అంతే కదా. సో యూజ్ చేసిన వాటిని ఇట్ విల్ త్రో అవుట్ అండ్ ఇట్ విల్ క్లియర్ ద మెమరీ. Garbage collection. So that is the programming principle. In any programming language we have that. See, it's erased, right? It's executed and that's why it's erased. See, it's executed and we got this result in console. So whatever we print, that is coming. Again, now again we try to refresh it. We have this function, right? Now just put type of add to. It's a function. Because it's a function, it's a function. Now what we do, add to dot constructor dot name. It's a function. You got it? And how many statements we have in function? 2 statements. So that it will give the length of the function. That's it. So we just need to get till this point only. So there will be lot more also to learn in this easiest way from the next session, basically. Till this point, are you clear? Creating variables, types of variables, data types, and how to print it, and how to put some debuggers in the browser. Even though if you are executing this, right click and inspect it. Since you are running in your local, go to sources, Control Shift P, that will give this run command. There you can search what are the files you are using. Basically, sample.js is created by you. You can open that file. Again, HTML, sample.html is created by you running on your local server. You can debug it. I just open this, right? I already opened this. Now I can put debugger wherever I want. It will stop everywhere. It's nothing but stop. It will stop everywhere. Marthalli, Bellandur, Kadgodi, ITPL. So it's nothing but it will stop everywhere. We can make it as right. So this is the button. It will go to the next stop. Here it is now. Again, it will go to the next stop. Next stop. If there is no stop here, then it will execute and it will complete. If you put stop, then only it will stop. That is debugger pointer. Yes. You're clear, kada? So it's easy. Console table, console trace, everything. Console and ekkada, where it will put. Here only it will work. Already I given console.log everything, right? We'll put something console.count, console.trace. Where it will be using that, I will tell you. For example, nakendante, I want to do the same operation 100 times. I want to count whether it is done 100 times or not. I will do console.count. For example, I have iteration let I equal to 0. Let or where. We can create using let, where or const. Remember it. I can create let I equal to 0, I less than 100. 0 to 100 means 100 only, right? That's why I'll just put 100. So lower bound is 0, upper bound is 100. But less than upper boundary will get the count of 100 times. You know that. So now I'll just put console.log as I, and I will put as console.count. Means first time I printed as it is counting. I just print I is counting. It is counting. Press console.count. First time, second time, third time, those many times it will execute. Now just check. It's loading, right? We got pointer here. See, default. So it's counted, right? 100 times is counted. So that is why we have console.count. Again, if you want to, calculate how much time it took to execute this many loops, 100 loops, like 100 times, we iterated 100 times doing the same operation. We'll do console.time. We'll create count loop with the name. Again, whenever loop is completed in the next line, we want to put as console.time end. Which time we want to end? We need to give the same name where with the same name we started before executing the for loop. Otherwise, it will say an error because we can't able to find time with this name. It will say like that. See, if I remove L, it will throw an error, knowingly or unknowingly. Count to count to does not exist. Just put L, count loop. Then it will say 17.97 milliseconds is took to execute. You got it? If you want to trace it, at what line it is, we can trace it. You got it? It is in what line? 53 line. Means now I'm working at somewhere like we got an issue in production. Production means we have a website, or you are an Amazon user. You are or even essential onboarding email you got. So now when you are trying to logging in, it is saying that your account not found. Means at some point of time there is an error. It will do traces of the logs. So we have file systems in our projects in company. There they will tell, they will log, you can create a support ticket. So that will be assigned to some person in the company. They will look into that. Actually, if they're working really for some client, definitely they will do priority one, priority two, priority three ticket. If you are the fresher candidate, they might ignore you sometimes. So that is a different story. But they want to trace, at what stage this is getting error. You are not able to logging in. Then at what line it is getting error, all the logs they will be having. They will see the log file. So that is where we can do console log at what file, at what value it is having. Then with that, they can able to get where the error is, where the issue is. With that, they will tell to the developers or testers who is doing the same work so that they can modify the code and they can again re-execute the code and put into the production. You got it? So that is production support job. As a fresher, you will get in MNCs anyway. Okay. P1 will be priority 1 to 2 hours, like 1 to 6 hours. P2 will be 24 to 48 hours. P3 will be 1 week. They almost die if they are in emergency, right? If there is P3. So this is how tracing will be happening in every company. So now, if you are trying in logging into LMS, I can trace you at what place you are logging in, which device you are logging in, how many people are using your same LMS login. You got it now? So I can trace each and everything. So companies will have the ability in code so that they can trace it. You got it right? So everything we can trace because if you are using something means I have ability to track everything. Even though I can track your location from where you are going on. You got it? I have the ability, but I'm not tracing as of now. Software will have the ability to trace everything. But only the thing is first time it will ask for allow location. That's it. If you allow means it will be tracked. But while doing attendance punching from next week on scanners, it will ask for allow location. Then you are in the same location, then only your attendance will be punched. Otherwise, submit button will be disabled. You got it? That's how. So we can do anything using traces. We can trace each and everything. You'll see Google timeline in Google Maps. So definitely that is the biggest mistake if you don't clear Google timeline. Definitely where he went. Sometimes when they are going, they will stand at MRP. That is also traced. You visited MRP at 6 p.m. That is also traced. So that's how it will happen, right? Means they're waiting for their friend basically. I just asked where you are standing, just fun. So I just he's waiting for Rajesh. So that's fine. If they're standing there also, it's like Google will automatically trace if you allow timeline. So Google will automatically trace if you are standing at same place more than 2 minutes or some kind of, it will register that place. You visited this place at this time. So are you feeling good? You want to rate this location? It will ask you. You got it? So Google Timeline will work like that. So because of traces of your footprint, right? Because your mobile is at location at latitude and longitude, it might trace. Because Google Maps work is that only, right? But if you want to disable timeline, you can disable. Otherwise, it will be traced every day. Got it? From the past 3 years data also we have where you visited, from with whom you visited, everything will be recorded. So the next thing. So I'm just telling as a technically because you need to know everything might happen. So that's why Google Maps will say traffic, right? At some Martali, it will be in red when you are driving because of mobile phones only. Now in your state there is no people, but you see 1,000 mobiles putting one after another, then it will say as a red because it will think about like 1,000 people are there because 1,000 people have 1,000 mobiles. Then it will show as a red. It will be traffic. So that is why how you can simulate. I got it. So now everyone use Google, like Google, and everyone start driving from Martali to Tulsi Theatre Road. Then it will become traffic here only. It will be showing red. No, because nobody is moving. So that's how it will be. So now console.table. So for example, I have list of people. For example, I have let Srijan at gmail.com. Regnani at gmail.com. Panyam at gmail.com. So now we have this, right? So now if I have something here, I want to print it in a table so that I can print using console.table. I didn't create any variable for that. We can use upper arrow and upper and lower arrow to make the previous code to just get into the console. Okay, console.log emails, right? Emails. Okay, good. Console.table will get as a table. Since there is no key, it will get the index. If you have key, right, you will get the key also. I got it in upcoming days. For example, I will create a key so that you can see that. For example, I have console.log. Okay, let it be. I have let course equal to name web6 course ID. It's a string. It's an auto generated batch ID web6. Course name is any whatever the course name you took actually, web development or Java. So this is, so if I want to make it as a table, right, then how it will print as a key value. Course is already declared down. Let's put course 1. Console.table. See, since it is having key value, right, it will take the index as a name and value as thing. If it is an array, it will take index as 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, value as objects, whatever it may be. You got it? That's how you can able to print it. Now we have two more, which is remaining. One is console, like console.dir and console.xml. dir or XML. I will tell you the difference between that, which is very important. Right click and inspect it. I will make something for registration page. You got it? So I will just get something out of it. So see the class name of it. It is color primary. This is primary color anyway. So means I will get it by class name. Color hyphen primary, right? From where I can get from document. which is current document. So I can get document dot get element by class name. So it's elements because class name might be there for more than one. You already know. Color hyphen primary. We got 33 elements of HTML array. We'll take only 0th elements, means first element. Now, if I will attach to one variable, which is let p equal to this one. I attached. So now if I print console dot dir of p, now it will just give the properties of that. Else otherwise, if I print in dir XML of p, then it will give each and every element inside it, in each and every HTML element. Or even if I do get element by tag name body, see get element by tag name as a body. So I got body. Fine, I got body. Now, if I do console.dir XML of p, now see, we'll get the whole body. Inside body, okay, we just put dir. Again, inside we have whatever it may be, it will print. If we put dir, okay, we got as a body as HTML collection, right? We'll put p of 0. See, we got the whole thing, body. Inside body, we have app root. Again, inside body main, inside layout we have. Again, inside layout we have. See, this is the difference between dir XML. We got the whole HTML page. If we apply dir XML, you'll get the whole HTML page. If you apply dir only, you will get only the body and its properties. That is the major difference between dir and dir XML. Most of the times you will use dir and XML if you want to show something. See, we got the whole HTML page. Then we can copy this, edit as HTML, and copy the whole page, and we can rewrite in our HTML page. Let's try what will happen now. We'll get almost everything. We can steal the information, remember it. We can edit as HTML, but don't do that anyway. It might not work properly because no JavaScript. Got it? All the icons, everything we got. Registration. This will work because this is HTML related. CSS and JavaScript related might not work properly. So we can get it. You got it? So that is how dir and dir XML will work. Assertions also will have the final one where we can do console.assert. I already did it. If age, okay, 18 less than 18. It's fine if it is true, if it is true. Otherwise, it's a not eligible. Not eligible. Actually, 18 should not be less than 18. It's equal to 18. I'm just making some false condition. Put 18 equal to 18. It is undefined because it's not failed. If it is failing, then only we'll get some failure result, which is this one. That is for assertion, okay? And what is this? It is in red color. What is this? With what syntax we can write it? Using console.error only. Antena kada? Console.error we can get it directly. Console.error. You can get that. You can see the same will get it. Anonymous means, so it's anonymously doing because we are doing in console, we're not doing any file. If you're doing in some file, if you got some error, right, it will show that in line number 43, 53, how it show it's shown previously, right? The same way it will show. Since it's anonymous, we are running in console of the browser, it will show some random number. So it will open as a memory. You got it? Whatever that is loaded inside the memory in the browser, that will be there in the memory. You can take heap snapshot. Heap memory is nothing but objects. Objects are stored in the heap memory. So Java, if you are running, or even if you're running C++ or something, if something object is created, right, that will be inside the heap memory only. Remember it. It will be in the heap memory only. If you take heap snapshot, that is 127 MB. In this heap snapshot, the whole website data, everything will be there, but it will take 1 year for you to find it. Those many objects and variables will be there. Just take the heap snapshot. If I want to load some data to it also, we can load. See, registration.bytesplash.in will have 123 MB of data. You got it right? You've seen, right? See, arrays, how many arrays we have? These many arrays we have. Even if you expand it, it's having more thing. It is storing the data basically. Regarding the icons, regarding files, regarding images, regarding the data, everything will be stored inside this. Everything will be stored. Undetached anchor element, CSS, internal style, SVG elements. Whatever the icons we used in the browser also, those will also be stored. Those data will be also stored. So everything will be in the heap snapshot only. Remember it. Geolocators. If I apply Google like location, then geolocators also will get be. So everything will be there in the heap snapshot. So if I clear this heap snapshot, then everything might be replaced. So it's 123 MB is using in the browser memory area. So might be it is in the RAM. If I close this browser, it come out of the RAM. Because whenever you open one file, that will be loaded into the random access memory, then that will be become primary memory, which is we are using currently. If it is closed, it means it is removed from the RAM. That's why if we load large number of files, many files at same time, which is out the capacity of the RAM. Now my RAM is 16 GB. I can use still 15.3 GB. So where I can see that? Go to this PC, right click on show properties. We can see here which is the bit operating system. I can use 15.8 GB. If I'm using 15.8 GB means what is the size of Google Chrome? It is almost 60 MB or 70 MB or 100 MB. It might be loaded, and if you load many websites in that browser, it might increase the heap memory because of the browser data, and it might go 400 to 500 MB. Fine. Again, if I open it, if I do the same, again it will go to 500 MB or something. Again 1 GB is covered. Again, if I open 10 apps like this, then every app will consume some memory along with installation size. How much its size? Based on that, now if I use 14 GB of my laptop, then there will be only 1 GB remaining. It will be very hard for the RAM because everything is, there is a lot of pressure on RAM. Now, since there is a lot of pressure on RAM can't be able to, it will become lazy now from there onwards. Whatever the operation you try to do now, it will become pressure on processor also, because processor is also running multiple, applications at the same time. At that time, now system becomes slow. If and again still after some time, again you open some applications with, again slowly it will open. Again, whenever it consumes 15.8 GB, then again you are trying to open something. From there it will start hanging. It will hang and you need to restart. Why? Because you are used the quota of GB of RAM to open the files and everything is loaded. Now you are trying to open one thing or closing something. Now processor can't able to process because it's full. All the operations are full. Now it can't able to find the space to store it, to close it or open it. If not able to find it, it will always try to get the space, but there is no free space. It will try to get the space, but there is no free space. And again, still it will try to get the space. There is no free space. Because of that, screen will be blank or screen will be freezed because processor is busy. Since processor is busy, with unlimited timeouts, means unlimited infinite loop. It is trying to get the place to occupy something. Again, it is failing to get that. Again, it will try again, try again, try again, try again, 1,000 times infinitely. Then screen will become blank and everything will become stop and screen will be freezed. Now you will restart the system. So that is how it will be. I will stop the session by today here. Okay. So tomorrow we'll continue. Just practice this. Sabiha, Vindhya, Sai Kumar, PKVA. Is everyone is fine?